that this always is now going to be a paid service. What? But this video is going to be focusing not on Pokemon Home Premium. It's going to be focusing on Pokemon Home Free. This is important. Even if you have money and you plan on paying for Pokemon Home, your second profile may not have Pokemon Home at $16 a year because then you're paying it a second time, or your third profile, or your fourth profile, or so on and so forth. And you may want to know what functionality that not paid service has. First of all, when Pokemon Home releases February of 2020, both the Nintendo Switch application and the mobile application are going to be free. The service is going to be free. It's going to have limited functionality, and if you choose to pay the $16 a year, or $5 quarterly, or $3 monthly, then you get access to the full unlimited features of Pokemon Home. But just talking about free stuff, because everyone loves free stuff. Let's talk about transferring Pokemon. One, you're going to be limited to only transferring Pokemon to and from Pokemon Sword and Shield and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee into Pokemon Home. You are not going to be able to transfer Pokemon from the 3DS and Pokemon Bank with the free version of Pokemon Home. Also, at this time, it's not stated if the premium subscription is going to be required for transferring Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home. We still don't know about that. I guess we're waiting to hear back from Niantic. On one Nintendo Switch, you are free to transfer Pokemon freely between Pokemon Sword and Home, Pokemon Shield and Home, Pokemon Sword to Home to Shield, Shield to Home to Sword, so on and so forth. In addition, as the language states at this time, you could transfer Pokemon freely between Pikachu, Home, Eevee, Eevee, Home, Pikachu. However, any Pokemon transferred from Eevee or Pikachu into Home and then to Sword and Shield cannot be transferred back into Pikachu and Eevee, most likely because the AVs, the adventure values, are going to be reassigned into IVs and EVs. In addition, the Pokemon is going to be assigned an ability. The amount of Pokemon that you can have in Pokemon Home between any and all of your games for the free service is 30 Pokemon. That's it. With the premium service, that increases from 30 to 6,000. So that's one of the biggest differences between the premium features here. With all this information that I've covered already, what you can do. Home is going to be linked to a Nintendo account, meaning that it's going to be linked to one profile on one Nintendo Switch, or one profile on multiple Nintendo Switches. So you're going to be able to transfer your Cantonian Pokemon and your Alolan versions of Cantonian Pokemon from Pokemon Go on your phone into Let's Go on the Switch, and then on the Switch, using the Let's Go to Home, you can bring those Pokemon into Sword and Shield, meaning that you can have Alolan Meowth, or you can have Cantonian Ponyta, things like that you could not get in Pokemon Sword and Shield. You could bring those over from your cell phone vis-a-vis Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, or just catch them in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. One important thing I want to get out of the way is that transferring Pokemon between Sword, Shield, and Home, or Pikachu and Eevee and Home, is not considered a trade. This is a transfer. That means that any Pokemon that requires to be traded to evolve, like Haunter or Graveler or anything like that, it will not evolve because it's being transferred, not traded. That means that any Pokemon that require an item to be held while trading, like Onix with a steel coat, it will not evolve because it's being transferred, not traded. Now that we've covered transferring Pokemon, which you're going to be doing between the Nintendo Switch games and the Nintendo Switch app, let's talk about what you do with your Pokemon in Home while you're not paying any money. Still completely free here. So any trading that you're going to be doing is going to be done on the mobile version of Pokemon Home, which is most likely going to be for